Well, you might be thinking it's not important, but based on our analysis, this is critical, okay? So, in today's conversation, what I want to do is speak to you about how to get an EIN only business credit card from a big national bank with fair or poor credit. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's show, I want to speak to you about how to get approved for an EIN only business credit card from a big national bank, even if you have fair or poor credit. I'm going to give you a step-by-step, and this is the only list of hacks that you need to qualify for any EIN business credit cards. The first thing you need to do is to analyze your company's spend. At the end of the day, it's all about company spend. What is spend analysis? Spend analysis just means that you are gathering data about the expenditures in your company. You are taking a close, detailed look. You're trying to find out where your moolah, where your cash is going. You're trying to find out whether you're spending more money on staff, on inventory, on marketing, on anything that is operationally related to your business. You really want to understand that. And you not only do you want to understand the source and the destination of the money, but also the amount. Very important, because done right, spend analysis improves the visibility and understanding of company spending. You're able to look at your statement of cash flows and understand exactly what's happening. Remember that there are 4 financial statements, but when it comes to liquidity management, when it comes to moolah management, how you actually manage your cash, your business cash, the statement of cash flows is the best. It's the best statements. It actually has 3 elements. It has a statement of cash flows from operating activities, cash flows from investing activities, and cash flows from financing activities. And you need to do spend analysis because you want to understand how your company spends money at a global level, so that you can make smarter and more efficient purchasing decisions. You want to look closely at past spending information so that you can improve your processes. You want to also identify opportunities for significant savings. This is really important. And you also want to stay compliant with legal or accounting requirements. And in terms of doing a spend analysis step by step, very simple. First, you want to identify the sources of spending. You want to assemble the relevant data. You want to tidy up your data. You want to link your suppliers. You want to catalog and sort your payments. And you want to analyze your data. And once you're done with that, you want to establish a process in place so that you can automate these things as much as possible. This is very important. This will help you get the right EIN only business credit card from a big national bank, even if you have fair or poor credit. Step number 1, analyze your company's spend. Step number 2, you got to determine the business card you need. Very important. Big decision time. Let me ask you, I want you to talk to me right now. Which type of business credit card do you need? Do you even have an idea of the typology of business credit cards with EIN only that you have out there? Yes? No? Talk to me. It's very important. If your goal is to get an EIN only business credit card from a big national bank with fair or poor credit, you better have an idea of the types of credit cards that you have there. So I'm going to give you the list of all the business credit cards that you have. You have the cashback cards. You have the travel rewards cards. You have the balance transfer cards. You have the charge cards. At the end of the day, it's all about knowing what works for you. So once you have analyzed your company spend and you know where your money's going, then getting a card that fits your spending patterns becomes easy, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. For example, cashback business cards are a popular choice for business owners looking for simple ways to put money back in their pockets and maintain cash flow. Some cashback cards offer a straightforward flat rate on all your business expenditures, while others have tiered rewards in different bonus categories that may be more useful if they align with your spending. For travel rewards cards, this is kind of cool if your business requires frequent travel. For balance transfer cards, as the name implies, this is kind of cool if your business is currently weighed down by existing credit card debts and high interest rates. You can get this card to kind of take care of business and really sort of reduce the burden of APR on your business. A charge card is, as the name implies, those cards may be a good option if you have a large purchase plan, but it's important to make sure that your business has the cash flow necessary to cover any month-to-month charges you make. In other words, on this kind of card, you don't carry a balance. You have to pay the full balance at the end of each month. And who should get a business credit card? It really depends on your situation, but you can get a business credit card if you, as a business owner, if you want to earn extra cash on everyday purchases, you want to cover business travel using point or miles, you want to separate your business expenses from personal expenses, or you want to take advantage of unique perks. The third point is very important. You need a business credit card so that you can divorce your personal affairs from your business affairs. Step number 3, folks. You need to knock on your current bank's door. It's so important. If your goal is to get a business credit card from a big national bank and you have fair or poor credit, why not start from the bank where you currently are at? It's a lot easier. They know you already. They have an idea of your transactional value. They understand what's going on. They understand your cash flows, your in and out, your ins and your outs. So you want to knock on their door. You want to schedule an appointment with a banker. Are you with Chase? Are you with Citi? Are you with Wells Fargo? Are you with the Bank of America, SunTrust, Citizens, PNC, US Bank? Where are you? Talk to me. Where are you? So you want to actually schedule an appointment with your banker. Don't bank at Citibank and try to get a business loan from Chase. You might get a smaller amount if you have excellent credit, but if you have poor credit and poor or fair credit, you better actually have a multi-product relationship with the bank where you want to get the loan. In other words, you need to park some of your cash with them, either through a savings or a checking account, if you want to have a major business loan from them. Okay, if you want to get a high limit business credit card from a big national bank, this is what it is. So you want to discuss your company's situation, sector, profitability, and funding needs with the banker. And you also want to inquire about the bank's EIN only business credit cards. All business credit cards can be structured as EIN only if you apply properly. If you do not apply properly, then the bank will have to revert to your personal credit score and they will do a hard pull on you. Okay? That's why you want to establish your business. You want to run your business in a legit way as a business. Don't try to have a side gig, a sole proprietorship. Even if you have an EIN, you need to have a separate legal entity, which you can only have as an LLC, LP, S Corp, C Corp. You cannot have a separate legal entity as a sole proprietorship. And you also want to find out how to make the most out of a small business credit card. So when you have a conversation with the banker, you need to talk about whether you could secure a sign-up bonus. You need to know your financing options, what the conditions are when it comes to making on-time payments, how to use your ancillary benefits and features on the card, and how to deduct your interest and fees, and how to avoid charging personal expenses. Let me repeat that. You need to divorce your personal expenses from your business expenses. Step number 4, you want to forge a relationship. I was talking to you earlier about the concept of MPR. You need to cultivate a multi-product relationship with your bank. Again, you want to bank, you want to get a loan, you want to get a credit card, a business credit card, EIN only, at the bank where you currently are at. Okay, so I want you to look right now on the screen. Do you see what I see? Beautiful, right? This is Bank of America. And you can see the Bank of America. If you go to their sitemap in the small business category, you see the repertoire of loans, of credit cards, of checking accounts, savings account that they offer, right? You see small business banking, checking accounts, savings and CDs. You have credit cards. You also have business financing. Those are loans. You have cash management, small business payroll. One thing you want to have is you want to open at least 2 asset accounts. You can open 1 business checking account and 1 business savings account. It has to be an asset account, not a liability account. An asset account is an account in which the money belongs to you. Once you do that, you also want to hire Bank of America for 1 or 2 extra services. For example, cash management or small business payroll. Try to see what works for you. I'm not saying you want to bring all your business to Bank of America if their service is poor. They have excellent services, but I want to make sure that what they're offering is in sync with what you want, right? So once you have that, you are going to increase your chances of getting the loan you want by, like, you're going to increase your chances exponentially. So it's all about making sure you get business checking and savings account, but also services, business services, okay? You can see on the second screenshot here, you can see the small business sitemap. And you can see that in terms of banking, they have accounts and services, right? So they have financing, they have payments. So for example, if you need them for merchant services, they have merchant services payment processing. They have credit card processing options. They have Clover, POS, point of sale systems. So all of those should kind of, I'm trying to give you an idea that Bank of America is more than a bank. It is a financial behemoth. They are a colossus that offers just about anything a small business owner can imagine. And the same applies for Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo, and any of those large financial institutions. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still talking to you today about how to get a high-limit business credit card from a big national bank, even if you have bad or fair credit. Step number 5, you need to find the best business credit card for you. Let me ask you a question. Big decision time. I want you to talk to me right now. How do you choose the best business credit card that you need at the current moment? You've been listening to me. I've been talking to you about analyzing your company's spend, determining the business card you need, knocking on your current bank's door, forging a relationship. And if you pay attention, I've never talked to you about checking your credit score. I've never spoken about checking your business credit score or your personal credit score. You know why? Because it does not matter. I don't care what anybody says. We have done extensive research about this. We have done years after years of research about this. We are doing this every single day. We advise clients every single day. You don't need to have a perfect score to qualify for a high-limit business credit card from a big national bank. What you need to do, though, is to establish what I just told you, an MPR, a multi-product relationship. If your FICO score is skinny, you better have a check. You better have a fat checking account. You better have a fat savings account. You better have a lot of moolah in your account. That's all it is. It's all about liquidity, folks. So if in trying to find the best credit card for you, the best EIN only business credit card for you, you need to think about what your needs are. You need to think about which rewards you want. Do you want cash back or travel points? Again, we're going back to what I started with the conversation about. You need to analyze your company's spend because that will tell you what kind of rewards you want. So if you need cash back, then you have to make a decision. Do you need travel points? This is really what it is, because you can typically categorize credit cards rewards in 1 or 2 categories: cash back or travel. You'll need to decide which will be more rewarding for your business. If you're looking for simplicity, a cash back card is probably your best bet. You can redeem your cash back as a statement credit, or have it deposited into a bank account without having to worry about how to use rewards points. If you travel often, a points or miles card will likely be more advantageous. Okay, it's very important. You can also find a card that aligns with your business spending habits. So once you have settled on the type of rewards that you prefer, you should think about what the next year or so holds in terms of business spending. It's all about budget analysis, right? Because this can help you choose a business card with reward categories that will work the hardest for you. Very important. Let me give you an example. If you plan to spend a lot at office supply stores, you might look at Inc. Business Cash Credit Card, which offers a 5% cash back on the first $25,000 spent in combined purchases annually at office supply stores and internet services. One thing I also want you to do is to think about whether you have any large expense on the horizon. If so, it might be helpful to split up payments over several months without worrying about interest. In that case, a business credit card with a 0% introductory APR will work in your favor. Or maybe you already have some business debt and a balance transfer card can help you minimize interest payments. One thing I want to do here, I want to share with you very quickly our top 10 high limit business credit cards for fair or poor credit from big national banks. We have actually covered this topic on another show very extensively, so I'm not going to really go in detail here, but I'm just going to give you the rundown. So number 10, first we have a Capital One Spark Cash Select 10 over 10. The maximum credit limit here is $350,000. We have the Chase Inc. Business Cash Credit Card 10 over 10. Maximum credit limits $500,000. We have the Bank of Oklahoma Financial. The card is Visa Business Cash 9.5 over 10. The maximum credit limit here is $200,000. The Bank of America Business Advantage Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card 9.5 over 10. The maximum credit limit is $1 million. We have the First Citizens Bank Cashback Business Visa 9 over 10. The maximum credit limit here is $250,000. We have Wells Fargo, the Business Platinum Credit Card 9 over 10. The maximum credit limit is $500,000. We have the Key Bank Business Rewards Card 8.5 over 10. The maximum credit limit here is $250,000. And we also have the PNC Cash Rewards Visa Signature Business Credit Card. Our score 8.5 over 10. The maximum credit limit $350,000. We have the US Bank Triple Cash Rewards Visa Business Card. Our score 8 over 10. The maximum credit limit $500,000. We have SunTrust Business Cash Rewards Credit Card 8 over 10. Our maximum the maximum credit limit is $200,000. We have a TD Bank Business Solutions Credit Card 7.5 over 10. The maximum credit limit here is $150,000. We have Comerica, the Comerica Bank MasterCard Business Cash, the Business Cash Card, and our score is 7 over 10, and the maximum credit limit is $225,000. The good thing is that now you have an idea. These cards are great not only for established businesses but also startups and very young businesses, because the minimum operational history goes from 4 months all the way to 18 months. Folks, if your goal is to get a high limit business credit card from a big national bank with fair or poor credit, you need to do something even more. You need to do something further. You need to get organized. What is that? Organization is key. First of all, if you want to have an EIN only business credit card, you need to have an EIN. So EIN, you just have to contact the IRS. They'll take care of you. They'll basically send you within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They'll send you a confirmation number, and you have your EIN. And EIN is only it's just a 9-digit number. It is just a numerical indicator that allows the IRS to sort of track you, to make sure that you're not tempted to evade your fair share of taxes when it comes to taking care of Uncle Sam. That's all it is. You need to have a legal structure, the proper legal structure. Try to have an LLC or LP, S Corp, or C Corp. But please shy away from sole proprietorships. If you just want to sit around and just chill and have fun and just get a tiny loan amount or a tiny credit card, a small limits credit card, then it's fine. But the day you want to get away from those teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini credit cards and get into the big league and get a high limit business credit cards from a big national bank, from that time you need to incorporate. You need to think about business permits and licenses. You need to set up your accounting. You need to open a business bank account. You need to think about something called financial statements. There are 4 of them: income statements, balance sheets, statement of cash flows, statement of owner's equity. You need to, and all those 4 financial statements are part of a business plan, which you must have. A business plan is the navigational tool that will help you show not only the lender that you know where you're going, but also the credit card issuer, but also yourself, because it is a GPS for your business. Did you hear that? A GPS for your business. And once you have that, you need to think about your credit score, because the credit score is kind of important too. The credit score there is a duality here. You have the business credit score and the personal credit score. Those 2 elements are important. They are interrelated. But if you play the game right, your personal credit score will not matter, because you can structure the whole application so that it is an EIN only business credit card. At the end of the day, as I told you, you got to have some cash in the bank account. It's all about having some moolah, some liquidity, so you can counterbalance where you to have bad credit or fair credit. You can counterbalance the negative effect that a low FICO might conjure up in the minds of the credit card issuer. Did you hear that? It's all about playing the game properly. You also need to, let me just ask you a question. Big decision time. Big decision time. Have you thought about how you would basically structure your application so that you can succeed even if you have bad or fair credit? In other words, have you been taking notes all along since the beginning of this show? Because I'm giving you the hacks, the credit card hacks you need to get the business credit card you need from a big national bank. Speaking of credit card hacks, step number 7, you need to apply. If you want to get a high limit EIN only business credit card from a big national bank with fair or poor credit, you need to apply. But we've said this time and again on the phone. We've said this on this show. Don't apply online. You can apply on the phone, you can apply at a branch, but our preference, our recommendation is to apply at a branch. Chances are, if we're talking about big national banks, that means those financial institutions have nationwide coverage. That means they are in every state in the union, which means what? It means that there's got to be one in your vicinity. There's got to be one in your neighborhood. Why don't you just take 5 minutes and go to the branch, sit there with someone and talk to someone? Why are you wasting your time trying to go through the online application? You can go to the online application if you have excellent credit. But if you have good credit, fair credit, and God forbid, poor credit, your chances are much higher if you just go to the branch, sit with someone, evaluate your options, get all the intel you need before applying. And once you're ready, apply at the branch. Okay? You also want to make sure that before applying, make sure that you ask the banker all the information that you need in terms of revenue requirements, in terms of operational history requirements, in terms of credit score requirements. Some credit card issuers might ask for a personal guarantee. This is the time to discuss this. See, if you structure things properly so that the application becomes an EIN only application, that means automatically the whole notion of personal guarantee is annihilated. The whole notion of a PG is evaporated, right? So your personal credit score can actually can get fatter and fatter and fatter instead of going skinnier, skinnier, and skinnier. But if you don't set things properly, your credit score, you'll get so many hard pulls that your credit score will lose so much weight that you will not believe it. So it's all about making things strategically. Remember that when you go to the branch, you got to have some information about your business. You got to have your business's name or your name. You got to have your business's address and phone number, your business's industry, how long your business has been operating, the operational history requirements, the number of employees, the annual business revenue, the estimated monthly expenses, your business's EIN or your social security number. But again, the whole idea is to divorce your business affairs from your personal affairs. So when you apply for a business credit card from a big national bank, we're only talking about your business's information, not your personal information. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you clearly today about how to get a business credit card from a big national bank with fair or poor credit. You can do it EIN only, not a problem. Number one, you want to analyze your company's spend. Number two, you want to determine the business credit card you need. Number three, you want to knock on your current bank's door. Number four, you want to forge a relationship. Number five, you want to find the best credit card for you. Number six, you want to get organized. And number seven, you want to apply. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.